So hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to see about all the collections in Java. We will cover arrays, we'll cover stack, we'll cover queue, linked list, okay, vectors, okay. So it's going to be a bit long video, but it's going to cover everything, whatever you need to get started with your competitive programming in Java. So let's get started. Okay. So the first one we have arrays. So you you can create arrays by doing this. You will define the size of the array, that is 4, and then you will write this line. Always, this is like obvious that you will create a reference that is a, and then you will assign it to an object of an array. Okay, it can be any, like it can be, you can use like at place of int you can use char, you can close, you can use boolean, um you can use string, you can use float, double, okay, double, and whatever you want. Okay, so you can do anything. This is the way you will access an index. Okay, this is the way you will access an index. Okay, so you will write the index in the square brackets, and then you will assign the value. Or if you want to take the value, you can take the value by just writing this. Okay. Then you sometimes need to sort the array. So you can use this arrays dot sort. Okay. There is another method that is arrays dot parallel. This is the first one is good for arrays of size less than 10,000. Okay. 10,000, and this is good for arrays of size more than 10k. Okay. For arrays less than size of 10k, parallel sort does not give you very good results. Instead, it will slow down your performance. But if the size is very large, use parallel sort. It's going to increase your performance drastically. The next one is binary search. You sometimes need to apply binary search in the arrays. So you can use arrays dot binary search, pass the array and pass the value or the key which you want to search, and it will return the index of that element, or it will return -1. Okay. Then there is another way. You can create new reference that is like C, and then you can arrays dot clone. It's going to clone the that object array, and it's going to create a completely new copy. Okay. Otherwise, if you directly do like C equals A, then what happens is C will start pointing to A only. Okay. Okay. Like if you do like integer, uh, if you do like this, integer C equals A, then what happens is C will point to the same memory location as that of A. Okay. So you don't want that sometimes. Sometimes you want that, sometimes you don't. So when you don't want it, you can clone the array. Next, I have taken the same reference here. Sometimes you want to take a copy, a particular piece of the array, or you can say substring, not substring, sub-array. So in that case, you can name arrays dot copy of range, pass the array from and to. You will just pass these things, and it will create a new array, and it will get stored into C. Okay. Then there is another way of copying. You will create a new array. Then you will say system.array will pass the first array, the source position. from where you want to start copying in the original array. Then you will pass the next array in which you want to copy the values, and then you will pass the index in that array. So you can have two different values here. Like you can start from zero for the first array, and you can start from second form for the second array. So the values will getting copied from the zero position in A and get copied to the position starting from 2 in Z. And then you will pass length here. I've just taken dummy values, don't care about these. These are just dummy values. Then there is arrays.print. Sometimes you want that all the values of your array should be of particular value. So you can say arrays.fill, pass the array and pass the value. Okay. I've just passed 0 here. You can pass true. If you have a boolean array, you can pass true. If you have character array, you can pass any character. Then you have equality checks. Boolean s equals arrays dot equal in z. It's going to compare these two and say whether these two are same or not. So this was all for arrays which you will be requiring. Okay. Next, we have strings. I've not taken values here, so I'll fill out the values with you only. So you can create a string, empty strings like this, or any strings like let's say Java. Okay. Then you can say like this. If you want to create a substring, s dot substring 0 to 4, pass the first index, pass the last index, and it will get copied. So it's going to temp. The last index is exclusive. That means it's not included. So it's going to pass here like this. And then to convert s into character array, this is the function s dot to character array, and then you will save it in this. Then there s dot caret, let's say 1, that is 2. What's the length? So you can store it like this, is equals. Uh, you can pass any other string here. And then you will take values in, let's say, B. Okay, we'll take values in B. Then here are like last index of, let's say, some A. You can pass characters, index of A. You can pass like this. So it's going to return you index and you can store them in some value. I'm not doing it here. You can do it yourself. Check yourself also. So that's all what you will require for strings, and we are done with the strings. Now we have vectors. Here, see, you can create vectors by writing this vector. In Angular brackets, you can write integer, you can pass integer, character, float, any class, whatever you want. There are some methods which you will be using in vectors, that is v.add. To add some value, you will pass the value here. v.get, pass the index here. v.size to get the size. v.contains, pass the value here, which you want to check. v.element add, pass the index. v.equals, pass another vector into it to check it. v.clone to clone the vector. v.first in first element to get the first element. There must be method of last element also. V dot add element, you will pass uh, element here. It's kind of same as this only. Then you have V dot insert element add. It will insert a particular element at a particular position. And then we have V dot index of. We can find the index by this by just passing the value. V dot remove. You can pass either the index or either the value for it. Then you have V dot sort, and you will pass comparator here. Now, comparators I'm not covering here. You can study them yourself, but we don't sort. And if you pass a comparator, it's going to sort your vector. Then you have v.toString, it's going to convert your vector to a string. And not your vector to a string, but it's going to take all the values from vector, convert them, or you can say store them into a string and then pass back. So you can store them. You need to handle here that, let's say you created some temporary string m and equals, so it's going to be stored in there. Then you have v dot set. You will pass the at the first you will pass the index, and then you will pass the element which you want, what you want to set at that index. And then we have v dot remove last and v dot remove first. These are pretty obvious methods. Right. So that's all for your vectors, and we are done with the vectors. Now we have start. Similar thing. In start we have we can write anything like just like above, we can write an integer, character, float, whatever you want, and create a new stack. Hmm. Then you have stack dot push, pop, beak, and is empty. Pretty obvious. I'm not covering much here. Okay. So these are like pretty intuitive ones. Then you have queue. So same, create queue like this. There is a special thing about queue that you will pass a linked list to it. Why? Because linked lists are the most optimal way of implementing queues, and you should be doing it like this only. Okay. Then here q dot is empty, q dot poll, q dot p, q dot offer. You'll pass the values here. Like is empty will not. It's just going to return you true or false. Then you have q dot poll. Poll is going to remove the first element and give it back to you so that you can handle it. And then we have q dot p. It's going to return the first value, not going to remove it. Then we have q dot offer. Will pass the value here. Whatever you want to add into it. Hmm. So that's all for the queues. And lastly, we have linked lists. So same linked list you will create like this. Then you have list dot add whatever you want to add. Then we have list dot clone to clone your linked list. List dot add last to add at the end. Then you have list dot add first to add in the first. List dot contains to check whether a particular element is there in the linked list or not. And list dot get to get a particular value from the linked list by passing the index. List dot index of. Index of will tell you the index. List dot remove first and list dot remove last and list dot remove. These are like pretty intuitive, like pass the values and all that. So yeah, that's all for the collections in Java, whatever you will be requiring in your competitive programming, and these will be like enough. Yeah. If you want to study more, you can, but these will be good enough to get you started with competitive programming. So thank you for watching, and if you like this video, you can subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. And yeah, thank you for watching, and bye.